We are live. Hello everyone. So लॉकडाउन लाइव सीजन 2 सेशन 16 में आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत है। हमें आशा है कि आप अपने घर पर है, सेफ है, पॉजिटिव है और सारे लॉकडाउन रूल्स को फॉलो करें बिकॉज दैट इज द नीड ऑफ द आवर. So today with us we have our eminent guests and women inspiration, I would say that, because today's topic is all about women that inspire. So through these inspirational journeys, we are going to sprinkle a lot of positivity on you, a lot of inspiration on you. So with us we have our wellness coach Kanchan Rai. She's the founder for Let Us Talk organization as well. So ma'am, I welcome you here.
Thank you so much.
And then we have our ACE luxury consultant, Madhvi Advani. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shreya.
And we have a great artist, very talented, Maithili Zaveri. So a heartiest welcome to you as well.
Thank you so much.
So it's a pleasure and honor to have some inspirational women whose success stories are really going to inspire all around us today. And to begin the show, I would like to ask first of all you, Kanchan ma'am, that how did your journey into this field of wellness and inspiring people, talking to them, counseling them began?
It began on a very personal level, actually. Generally we never understand, or by the time we understand about our mental health, things have gone to a very worst state. So I'm not shy saying that I was also in the same phase, but I think I was blessed enough to realize this thing a bit early, and I came out of it in a very small span of time. And that is when I thought, like, if a person like me, well educated, doing very well with the business, and like traveling all over the world, which is like a life which anyone can dream about, can get into this zone. And I figured it out on a very earlier stage. So how about people, those who can't actually figure out their mental health, and they go to a state from where it is very difficult for them to come out? So why not I should start something where people actually figure out what is going wrong on a very initial stage, and they should cure it up before it could get worse. So yeah, journey was very self-inspiring, self-motivating, but yes, it was worth.
That's pretty interesting. I mean, it's like we all are an inspiration, and when we find our purpose and work on that purpose, life becomes beautiful for us also and for others, like you are doing today, counseling so many people and helping them get out of their anxieties. So, before I take a question to you, I would like to know from Madhvi ma'am that how did you get into the luxury consultancy field, and what was the inspiration behind this?
Sure. So, like when I started my journey, I started with a summer camp for kids from this side of Delhi. I stay in North Delhi, and I started getting the best of the people in theater, and I started doing some fashion shows for children. I did one for PP Design, PP Jewelers, and also Dushin Dubey, Babul Sarwar, Arvind Gaur, all these people, the best. So whenever actually. So we had all these best theatre personalities coming and conducting workshops for children from this side, so that they didn't have to travel the distance and they could get here. Most of the children were from modern school, Barakhamba, because my kids were in modern school. And after that, I started working for a top law firm. And from there on, it started, I was doing the admin and public relations for the top law firm of the country. And then after that, I ventured into art. And while I was promoting one of the big artists from our country, I got offered to join Ambience. And then while I was promoting Ambience, I got into Taj Ambassador. And it's been just going on and on from that. And I realized that I'm very much made for this segment. I love my work. I'm very passionate about it. And I think I'm made for this.
I think that the best kind of profession is when your passion becomes your profession, and then work no longer remains work. So since you have shared with us that you're really passionate about your work, and that is why we can see the quantum of work you can do, and happily you can do, I must say. So that's amazing. And now I would like to know about your journey, artist Maithili Zaveri. So what had inspired you to become an artist, and how does it feel to become an artist?
I started my art journey when I was in the 6th grade, and it was actually teacher asked me that what would you like to become when you grow up, I was pretty confident that yes, that art is something that I would really want to pursue. And then when I started doing more art, paintings and drawings, I did realize that yes, art is for me. And then yes, of course, then I did my schooling from the British School in New Delhi, which was associated with the IGCSE. So over there, I got an opportunity to do my first clay sculpture, which was taken to Oxford University, and that's just when there was no looking back from there onwards.
And we wish you that there should never be an ending, because life is a journey. It's a walk in the corridors of eternity. So keep on creating your great work and keep on inspiring people. Now, if first of all, before I start with the questions, I would like to inform the audience that they can also put up their questions here, and we'll be happy to answer them. But now it's time to ask my questions to the esteemed guests, and I would like to begin with Miss Kanchan. So, the question for you is that nowadays we know this thing that mental health is it is very important, and it's a very significant issue. Depression, anxiety, low feelings, we all face them from time to time. So now in this regard, I would like to ask you that is it not okay to cry or be sensitive? Like, is it a weakness, or what is your take on this subject?
No, this is absolutely not at all weakness if you cry. I personally feel that those who cry or those who can actually express themselves are more stronger, rather than those who keep things to themselves and then they keep on hurting their own self, which is absolutely wrong. If we being a human, the only distinguished quality which we have is like emotions. And if we'll try to suppress our emotions, if we'll try to suppress what we feel, then it is not going to, benefit us. It is actually going to harm us in a very various way. So we should not at all get scared, and we should not actually get, we should not take back ourselves from crying too, because crying is not at all a symptom or an action which signifies your weakness. Rather, I personally feel crying and expressing yourself requires much more strength. Like, if you have to express yourself, that requires much more courage, rather than keeping it to yourself and not sharing it. So this is a very wrong perception which people have created. Like, we should not cry because if we cry, we are proven weak or we are judged weak. That is a very, very wrong concept. It's actually a very inverse side. What we are talking right now is very inverse. If you cry, if you can actually express yourself, that is more courageous. And I will never advise anyone, or I would never want anyone to suppress their emotions.
Yeah, right. I always say this thing that it's okay not to be okay, but it's definitely not okay not to be okay again. So that is the case, guys. She has already told you that never bottle up your emotions. It can be really devastating. So I can take the thoughts from an artist also on the same topic. What would you like to say about it?
I mean, yes, of course, you do have a lot of emotions when you are painting or when you are drawing. All those emotions do come on the canvas or on a paper. I think it's very important to just let those emotions go, whether it's on a piece of paper or a canvas.
Right, so emotions are important. And what about you, Madhvi ma'am? What would you like to say in the same regard?
I think just as everybody is saying, it's about being human, and this is a very human thing to be sad, to be happy. So I think it's pretty normal. We should not keep it to ourselves, because that may lead to much more problems than not venting it out. So it's very, very important. I personally feel.
So if we extend the question and ask you this thing that what about men in particular? Men have been always conditioned in our society like that it's not okay for them to cry because they will appear to be weak. मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता, एंड वो सारे कंसेप्ट्स हमारी सोसाइटी ने हमारे दिमाग में डाले हैं. तो इस रिगार्ड में आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे, बीइंग अ वेलनेस एक्सपर्ट, मेंटल वेलनेस कोच, एंड व्हाट वुड यू नो कन्वे टू द सोसाइटी कि लड़कों को अपनी इमोशंस को एक्सप्रेस करने का हक नहीं है क्या?
बिल्कुल है, मर्द को भी दर्द होता है. आई ऑलवेज से दैट मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता is a very wrong and under judgment statement. Like, you know, we are human. Whether we are distinguished, no doubt about it. Nature has created men, nature has created women, and we have physical attributes which are very different. But emotions are same. I have never seen a man who is not full of emotions. You see, like father, if your mother is loving you, your father is loving you equally. If your sister is loving you, your brother is loving you equally. You would be more worried about you rather than, your sister are worried. So it is never a point that men have no feelings or they have no right to express their feelings. They have their right. They have equal right to express their feelings because they are also human. And this conception is absolutely wrong. Men should not actually express themselves. They should express more. Because if we talk about the society we live in, men are more exposed. Like, I understand women are working, women are no way lesser than what men are doing. But you see, there are majority of families where men goes out and he runs the house and he runs the show. And women are doing the equally same job, staying at home, taking care of home, children, everything. So, the exposure of men towards society or going out is absolutely more. And if they will suppress what they are feeling and if they'll suppress what it should not be, then it's a very difficult scene. So like women are more expressive, men are not, and that is the reason. Like if you see the health issues which men are facing and women are not facing is also huge. Of course, there are so many discriminations as well. I'll not deny to that, but the discrimination about emotions and not expressing yourself being a man is absolutely wrong. It's absolutely wrong.
Very well said. Very well said. So all the guys watching out there, they have the right to express and they should express. क्योंकि एक प्रेशर कुकर होता है, जब उसमें इतनी सारी गैस भर जाती है तो वो फट जाता है. इसी तरीके से अगर आपकी इमोशंस आपके अंदर रहेंगी तो एक दिन ब्लास्ट ज़रूर होना है. So just don't bottle up and express, but then to the right people who would not judge you, and of course to the healers and the counselors, they will definitely help you if you are facing any kind of problem. So ma'am, here one question more I have for you, and that is, what is your take on the kind of, we know that thoughts become things. So what is your take on the kind of music we hear when we are depressed? People, they go more towards the depressed feelings and depressed poetry, depressed music. So what would you like to convey to them in this regard? If you're already feeling low and again you are using those kind of, entertainment means, rather than going to the uplifting music, you are listening to the depressing music. What impact does it have on your mind?
See, if you are in a state which is not very good, and you are in a state which is not very appealing to yourself. So if you write that thing, that is okay because you are just expressing yourself. You are trying to, you are just trying to put it up in a way which no one can understand but you. So pointing out your thoughts and mentioning your thoughts is all perfect. You should do it. I would always encourage everyone to make a journal, especially when you are not feeling good. But the purpose of that journal is just to write it, tear it and throw it. Don't keep it to yourself. The moment you will tear it and the moment you will throw it, you will feel that you are actually removing that, that constraint or that heaviness from you a bit. I won't say completely, but a bit. That really helps. And if we talk about music, it's a very personal thing, to be honest. Like if I feel low, if I feel demotivated, and if I listen to a music which is again very demotivating, that piles up more. That is not going to help me. But I have seen people to whom such kind of music, it actually helps. They try to relate with that music and then they try to share their pain or their angerness or their upsetness with the music, and then they feel light. So it depends individually, like how in which sense your mind is taking all these things. But yes, writing down a journal, jotting down your views and mentioning everything on a paper is very encouraging. Everyone should do it. If you are feeling good, then too. If you are not feeling good, then too. If you are feeling good, write it in a paper, keep it to yourself and keep on watching it. When you are low, then too. But if you are not feeling good, write it, tear it and throw it.
Very well said, very well said. So it's very important to vent out your feelings, right? So if you don't want to share it, just write it down, express, and throw it, tear it apart. And then in case of music, it is a personal choice. But if you are feeling low and you're getting into the dark thoughts more and more, then please go and hop onto some uplifting thoughts and uplifting music. Get yourself back to the track. So thank you so much for sharing your vital points on the major issue which we all are facing from time to time, and it's really important that we should go and talk to someone and get the right kind of guidance, and that is why we are here with this program also, to create some kind of inspiration and awareness. So I really thank you for this thing and sharing your insights.
I think I should thank you for arranging such a platform where we can actually express ourselves. You have done a very commendable job, to be sure, to be honest.
Thank you so much. It's our pleasure that you are with us here. So now coming on to the next topic, and that is luxury. And that the question goes for Miss Madhvi Advani, the great luxury consultant and one of my dearest friends. So now the question is for you here, that how important is it to be live in style and to have those standards and feel good factor, and being a luxury consultant, I want to know your take on this सिग्निफिकेंट इशू, दैट कितना ज़रूरी है अच्छे क्लास के साथ जीना और अच्छी चीज़ों को अपने आसपास रखना. So how important is it for one?
Yeah, so if you talk about important, I will say it is not a necessity, because everybody can live in small means also. It's more about the luxury or happiness in your heart and in your soul and being peaceful. But yes, if you can afford luxury and you have the means to afford luxury, who wouldn't want to have a palatial house or a branded car or a branded bag? And if you can afford it, why not enjoy it? Because that's what these things are made for the people, for people like us to enjoy it and cherish it and relish it. Be it a hotel industry, be it a real estate industry, be it artwork, be it weddings, anything. So definitely, if you can afford it, you must go for it, because these things are made for us only, or else they wouldn't have been made.
तो मतलब स्टाइल में रहने का it is important to feel good also, right?
True.
Okay, so what is your take on the subject that कुछ लोग होते हैं कि हम लोग कहते हैं कि यार ये तो इतना महंगा बैग लेके जा रहा है, ये तो इतनी अच्छी महंगी सी वॉच ले रहा है, या फिर अच्छा चलो आपका तो इवेंट का हो गया, तो ये अपनी वेडिंग इतनी लाविश वे में कर रहा है यार, क्या शो ऑफ है, शो ऑफ है. So what do you mean, what do you want to say in this regard? Is it a show off, और वो इंसान तो एंजॉय कर रहा है भाई, वो अपना स्टैंडर्ड्स मेंटेन कर रहा है, सर्विस जैसे हमने कहा.
I will not agree to it that they are trying to show off. It's just that everybody does it to their capacity. So if it's a wedding of a very billionaire or a billionaire, so they're just spending a fraction of an amount for that wedding according to them for that, because they have the resources to invest that much of amount. But then similarly, so it's more about whose wedding it is and how much can they spend on the wedding. So they'll do it accordingly. Similarly, everybody wants to have a great wedding, a beautiful wedding, and they spend according to their own situations, circumstances, or the budget, the pocket.
So it's very important to maintain your standards also. आप वो करिए जो आपको अच्छा लगता है और आपके budget में आता है. लोग तो कुछ भी कहते हैं. So just don't feel guilty to live with high standards. That's very important, and it's a way to growth.
Absolutely.
Right. So would you like to share any personal experience or incident with us regarding the same? Like, it has been a lot of time in the same field, so some kind of incident you have came across, and what is your best moment while designing a wedding for somebody? What things do you keep in mind?
See, wedding, so far I will not say, but then I have done some very, very high-end bespoke events with Ambience Crew, where we used to throw parties and invite people to preview the Ambience Penthouse as well as the artworks. Then I've done some amazing events at Taj Ambassador. I've done at Leela Hotel, Kipuri, for my clients, jewelry clients, fashion designers. So those have been like amazing, out of the world events, some art events, some real estate events. And the experience of all these events have been very, very opulent. And especially if you talk about Ambience Group, they do a 7-star treatment for the people who come to preview their apartment, and it's an amazingly beautiful penthouse. And we collaborated it with art. So I've been also doing concept events wherein I collaborate art with hospitality, art with real estate, art with royalty, and fashion designers, because I have been associated with the top in the country, be it anybody, be it real estate, be it hospitality, be it destination weddings in Italy, or for that matter, wellness coach, artists, or anybody, So it's been really interesting because I love luxury and I enjoy it to the utmost.
what has been your best moment? Yeah, all
Best
our best.
moment. Yeah, I think best moment was when I got an offer from Ambience to join them, because that was my first big, company which I was joining as a consultant, and I had no idea what I'm going to do in real estate. And then gradually, when things started happening, every moment became really very nice for me. But yes, the first one was Ambience for sure.
That's really beautiful and inspirational indeed, I would say. That it seems nice when faces shine bright, and they can only shine bright when they are following their passion. So, all you pretty ladies who are shining today are following their passion, and you guys are really an inspiration for others as well around. So, really lovely talking to you today. Now, coming on to the lady, the great artist, and I would like
Kanchan
you to.
Kanchan Khurana has just said, you're great. Thank you, Kanchan.
So here we thank our audience also that they are connected to us and they are really enjoying the chat, and I'm sure that getting inspired as well. So now coming on to our artist for the day, we would like to know from your side, the question for you is art as a healer. So these kind of situations, the lockdown situations are also creating a lot of anxiety in everyone, and to heal ourselves with any medium is very important. So being an artist, what would you like to say that how can art help us heal, or for anybody or for yourself only, how does it help you heal, or connect to the divine, or what kind of, like, any kind of bliss you feel, ecstasy? What is your take on this subject, this topic?
I think art is something which gives you peace. It's something which just is serenity. It's something that, you just paint your heart out. You just paint whatever comes in your mind. And I think that's very important to express yourself as an artist. Or, for the matter of fact, for anyone, even a depressed person, he or she would also want to paint. I mean, I think it's very important for them also to start painting, even if it's a hobby or if you're taking it just to throw your emotions out.
So art as a healer is very important. So I would like to know from your side this thing, that while you paint, what kind of thing do you feel? How is that experience while painting? And what is your inspiration basically?
True. I think I feel very peaceful when I paint. I mean, because I actually capture a lot of images, and I combine those images to create one art piece. And that's how I actually do conceptualized paintings. I do landscapes as well as architectural artworks. And I think I feel very peaceful when I do these kind of paintings.
So
Or even if it's abstract artworks. For the matter of fact, I feel the colors give you a lot of energy.
right, the bright
And
colors when you see.
yeah, the bright colors and the mixed colors and any medium you're using. It's not just about working on a piece of canvas or on a piece of paper. But just gives you stability also, I feel.
Balance, because
Balance.
it's fresh, right? So what would you like to say to the budding artists and the artists all over here? What message would you like to give to them?
I think it's important for any artist to compete with him or herself. It's not about how many paintings you make in a year or in a month or in a few weeks. It's about how much patience and how much time you're giving to your artwork.
True.
Compete with yourself and not compete with the world. I feel that's very important, because many people, many students, they're always given this tip that, yeah, you should always compete with your other friends and artists. It's not
Very
true.
So just like keep on exploring yourself, keep on growing, and life is not about competition, it's about collaboration. अगर compete करना ही है, जैसा कि हमें बताया मैथिली जी ने, compete करिए अपने से, हर वक्त अपने आप को सुधारने में लगे रहिए, वरना there's endless. I would like to share one story here, since this topic has been raised, competition वाला, and which is pretty interesting, कि हमारी mythology में कभी कंपटीशन नाम की चीज थी ही नहीं. अगर हम देखें राम जी की स्टोरी या कृष्ण जी की स्टोरी, they were never like there was nothing like successful राजा. उनको जो भी लाइफ के चैलेंजेस आ रहे थे, वो बस उसको एक मतलब अच्छे से अपना रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी पूरी कर कर they were moving to the next challenge. So they were never in competition with somebody. ये कंपटीशन टर्म या सक्सेस टर्म ग्रीक माइथोलॉजी से हम लोगों ने अडाप्ट किया, एंड विच इज रियली वेरी डिस्ट्रक्टिव और बहुत सारी जिंदगियां ले रहा है ये. तो कंचन मैम could just like share her views on this topic. She must be getting a lot of cases also in this regard कि कंपटीशन कितना ज्यादा मतलब कई बार खत्म कर देता है इंसान को. हम लोग प्रूव करने में लग जाते हैं अपने आप को.
Right. As Maithili said, that's a very valid point. Like if you have to compete, you should compete with yourself. There is no outer competition which you can actually win or which you can actually lose. You only lose to yourself. And there is no way point, and there are no successful measures which can actually measure you how successful you are. There are no measures which can actually tell you how great you are or how competent you are. So, you know, it's always said that you are your biggest competitor, right? And it's a very true thing. Like, I can compete to many people, but how will I measure my competition with them? Like, are we at the same page? Are we at the same skill? Are we at the same level of doing what we are doing? So this competition word is absolutely wrong. There is nothing called competition, and outer competition is actually a whole, you know, it's a whole cocoon which has been made around us, and we are struggling to come out of it. So I always say, like, you know, if you have to compete, please compete with yourself. If you are good in one thing, try to be good in two things. If you are good in two things, try to be good in four things. And that is how you can actually compete. And that is how you can compete in a way which is very useful and not destructive. So destructiveness, what you said is like, you know, most of the things which are very destructive were not there in our mythology at all. Everything which creates destruction has been bought or it has been carried away from something which was never ever in our, you know, in our whole culture kind of a thing. So absolutely what Maithili is saying, and I will never deny to it as well. There is no competition because there are no measures to actually measure what the competition is. Like if you are running, you don't know what level you are running, what speed you are running. You don't know where you are running. That running is all vain. Rather, you should try to focus where you have to run, how you have to run. You have to climb a mountain. You have to run a marathon. That is what actually, you know, your competition is. And in that whole process, you are enhancing yourself. You just imagine you are running without motivation. You are running without any target. You are just running and wasting your time. But at the same time, if you know you have to climb, if at the same time you know you have to run a marathon, so you will try to improvise yourself, right? So that's a very basic thing which we have to understand. There is no outer competition.
So guys, there is no outer competition as our great wellness coach has already inspired you. याद रखिए, अपने दिमाग में ये चीज़ रखिए कि आपका सिर्फ आपसे कंपटीशन है, और वो कंपटीशन ये है कि आप अपने स्किल को किस तरीके से रिफाइन कर रहे हैं, हरदम अपने से बेहतर बनने की कोशिश करिए. क्योंकि आपने बहुत अच्छी स्टेटमेंट ये करी है कि कोई मेजर ही नहीं है करने का, सक्सेस को मेजर करने का या compete करने का कोई मेजर ही नहीं है. So how can you compete with somebody else externally? And that is really devastating. So keep on learning, keep on growing. आपके अंदर इतनी सारे skills, भगवान ने पोटेंशियल दिया है सीखने का, तो उनको चैनलाइज करिए. एंड एक और चीज़ बहुत अच्छी है कि हम लोग ना कभी, सब लोग कभी ना कभी तो जीत रहे हैं. कभी आपको कोई प्राइज़ मिलेगा, कभी मुझे कोई प्राइज़ मिलेगा. सो द बेस्ट वे टू बी हैप्पी इज़ कि अपने प्राइज़ पे खुश रहिए, तालियां बजाइए, और जब दूसरे को मिले तो भी बजाइए. तो आप हर वक्त सेलिब्रेशन मूड में ही हैं. That is very.
I'll add one point to it. You know, if you do something good and you feel that you have done it for yourself, अपने आप को भी प्राइज दीजिए. You should gift yourself something and not just go and buy it. You know, generally we go, if we have to buy something for us, we just purchase it in a bag and come back home. But what I do personally, I go, if I have to gift myself, I'll purchase something which is very brilliant, and then I'll make sure that I gift wrap it just like I'm giving to someone else. I'll bring it back and then I'll open it with same enthusiasm which I would actually do by getting from someone else. So rewarding yourself is also the best thing which you can do to yourself.
That's very true. आप दूसरों का वेट मत करिए कि कोई आके आपको अप्रिशिएट करे या प्यार करे. सेल्फ लव इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, एंड एवरीथिंग एल्स बिगिंस विद दैट क्वालिटी, सेल्फ लव. सो थैंक्स फॉर शेयरिंग दिस पॉइंट विद अस, मैम. एंड नाउ coming on to your lockdown days, I would like to know, Madhvi ma'am, that how you are spending your lockdown days.
So, see, I've been always very hyperactive and into a lot of, bespoke events, client meetings. one-on-one meetings, all that. So especially now that we are not stepping out of home, it is all locked on virtual world, and work is still happening. And the only difference is that instead of doing it physically at different places and things, we are doing it all virtually. So I'm still as occupied, you could say, as I would have been otherwise. And maybe if you look at a bigger budget set, a lot of things we could probably avoid in future, because so many things were not required which we were doing earlier, and this is giving us even a better and bigger platform to reach out to the world now than just being restricted to our own country. So I think it's going to continue even once the lockdown opens. And I discovered about doing these talk shows, which I would have never done. Looking at my schedules and looking at how busy I would be, I don't think so I would have gotten to it. So this is a new discovery which I have discovered about me, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And I'm feeling that this can reach out my clients to much more bigger audience than what I was offering them earlier. So
Definitely,
it's
definitely.
yeah.
डेफिनेटली वो कहते हैं ना कि विनर्स की तो क्वालिटी यही होती है कि वो एडवर्सिटी में से भी अपॉर्चुनिटी निकाल लेते हैं. तो मुसीबतें तो हर एक की ज़िंदगी में आती है, कोई बिखर जाता है तो कोई निखर जाता है. एंड दैट इज़ द केस दैट ऑल द अचीवर्स, ऑल द विनर्स, एंड ये सक्सेस होती है बेसिकली कि किस तरीके से आपकी लाइफ में कोई एडवर्सिटी आए और आप उसको भी एक हैप्पी जोन में कन्वर्ट कर लो, और खुद के लिए नहीं, औरों के लिए भी. So that's really amazing, the kind of work you ladies are doing and inspiring others also. आप अपने लॉकडाउन डेज में क्या कर रहे हैं मैथिली जी?
अभी तो फिलहाल I'm just helping around in the house chores, of course, and other than that, of course, I'm also giving motivational speeches to the budding artists and emerging artists. I'm helping them grow, and also practicing on my art as well.
That's pretty interesting. वो कहते हैं ना कि पहले हम लोग इतना ज़्यादा भाग रहे थे, एंड देयर वाज लाइक नो टाइम टू वेट एंड चेरिश आवर फैमिली मेम्बर्स. और इनफैक्ट आप लोग देखेंगे कि जो लोग जिनके लिए हम सारा काम करते हैं, जो हमारी फैमिली है, और उनको हम टाइम नहीं दे पा रहे थे. और जो चीज़ जिसने आज हमें सबसे ज़्यादा सेफ रखा है, हमारा घर, उसको तो हम सिर्फ सुबह आते थे और रात को देखते थे. मतलब वी वर रियली टेकिंग इट फॉर ग्रांटेड. तो इसमें दिल की आवाज़, लाइक आई लव शायरी, शेर व शायरी एंड आई कंपोज. तो इस पर मैंने एक शेर लिखा था विच आई वुड लाइक टू शेयर इफ़ यू अलाउ मी हियर. तो अर्थ किया है, पैसे की भूख. पैसा आप सक्सेस को ले लीजिए, काम के पैशन को ले लीजिए, या मनी को ले लीजिए इन काइंड. सो पैसे की भूख ऐसी लगी कि कमाने निकल गए. पैसे की भूख ऐसी लगी कि कमाने निकल गए, मगर अपने कहीं पीछे छूट गए क्योंकि कमाते कमाते ज़माने निकल गए. सो दिस वाज द थिंग दैट वी ऑल वर गोइंग थ्रू, नोइंगली अननोइंगली. तो मैं तो ये कहूँगी कि लॉकडाउन भी एक अपॉर्चुनिटी है सेल्फ रियलाइजेशन का, और जो टाइम हमने खो दिया उसको गेन बैक करने का.
Very true.
So ma'am, now it's your turn to share your lockdown days. How you are spending your time.
Kanchan, right?
जी,
कंचन।
कंचन जी आप बताइए
Okay.
कि आप क्या कर रहे हैं आजकल?
See, my work was same. I mean to say, पहले जो रहते थे 1-to-1 सेशंस रहते थे. I mean to say, पर्सनल सेशंस रहते थे. अभी फोन पे रहते हैं. पहले कुछ टाइम मिल जाता था अपने लिए, लेकिन अब लगता है वो भी नहीं मिल रहा. Because there are so many webinars happening, and I'm very happy my children are here with me. पहले यही रहता था कि everyone is running, like everyone is running on their goal. Everyone, like we are 4 in our family, and 4 of us are in a different direction. Like we were, not now. But now this particular, this corona thing has actually brought everyone in the center. So now we are actually running, but keeping everyone else in the mind. So that's a very beautiful thing which has happened to us. We are working, of course, everyone is working, no one has stopped working. But now we are more near to each other, we are more dear to each other. And the best part is like we are trying to enhance each other. Like, I am not a painter, but my younger son is. So he's teaching me to paint. I am not a cook, my husband is, and he's teaching me to cook. So, this is how, and like my elder son, he is a very shy person, and I'm trying to make him come out of his comfort zone. So, this is how we are actually enhancing each other, and this is how we are revolving around each other. and keeping external factors in mind as well. So yeah, I would say this has been really a fantastic time of my life, to be honest.
That is so beautiful. That is the purpose of life, to grow with each other and make memories. क्योंकि अंत में इंसान को सिर्फ memories ही याद रहती है, बाकी सब कुछ यहीं पर रह जाता है. तो अभी हमारा इतने सारा नॉलेज लेने के बाद आप लोगों से और इतने सारे क्वेश्चंस के कंटेंट लेने के बाद टाइम है लेट्स इंस्पायर सेक्शन का, जिसमें मैं चाहूँगी कि आप लोग अपना एक इंस्पिरेशनल मैसेज शेयर करें ऑडियंस के साथ और हम लोगों पर बहुत सारी पॉजिटिविटी स्प्रिंकल करें. सो बिगनिंग फ्रॉम मिस मैथिली जावेरी, आपका इंस्पिरेशनल मैसेज क्या है हमारी जनता के लिए आज?
To all the budding artists, to all the emerging artists, I would like to say, please compete with yourself. Please do not look to compete with others. Especially do not judge, criticize, analyze any artist. Learn to know, understand their artwork, which is very important. And learn to grow by doing your own artwork, continuing to grow, be a better person than what you were yesterday.
So that's really inspiring and beautiful. And आपने सही कहा कि compete with yourself, teach each other and grow. So team is together, everyone achieves more. So let's work in a team for everyone. Now I would like to know your message and what would you like to say about the inspiration part, Madhvi ji?
Okay,
आप
so
क्या
I
कहना
think
चाहेंगे?
I think I would like to give the message that stay positive, because I strongly feel this too shall pass and we shall overcome this. And nobody should get into depression, anxiety. If at all there is anything like this, there are people and counselors like Kanchan who they can take a counseling from, and there's nothing to be shy about it. But it's important. Your life is very important. You're precious. You're valuable. So please, take care of yourself. Stay indoors. Stay safe.
And keep on creating something. Like you have also come up with beautiful opportunities. So हर चीज में कुछ ना कुछ अच्छा और beneficial ही होता है. So like you should have the eyes to see the miracles all around you. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for inspiring us. And now it's time for some inspiration from Ms. Kanchan Rai. So, ma'am, what would you like to say?
I would actually like to say it in an elaborated manner. Like, first of all, please accept as you are, accept yourself. Don't underestimate your own self, because you are more powerful than anyone else in the world. If you won't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in yourself. Don't by any means, by any chance, please don't compare yourself to anyone else, and be you are. Try to accept as you are. Don't escape from your real you, right? And second thing is, the moment you will start accepting yourself, the moment you will realize what you really are, you will get to know like what inner happiness is. And then happiness is always the key, I say. End of the day, we all want happiness, right? And that will come when you will start loving yourself. That will come when you will start accepting yourself. And once you find out what is key of your happiness, please spread happiness. Because happiness, multiplies when you spread it. So if you are wanting to gain something out of, if you want to gain happiness, please spread as much as you can. So yes, first of all, start loving yourself. Second, start feeling happy about yourself. And third, start spreading happiness which you have among yourself. This is what I like to say.
This is really inspiring. I mean, all you ladies have really sprinkled so much of knowledge and inspiration and positivity, I must say, today on all of us. And it really means a lot. बहुत ज़रूरी है कि हाँ खुद तो खुश रहिए, और जब आप खुद खुश रहेंगे, सेल्फ लव प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, तो आप दूसरों को भी खुश रख पाएंगे, which is the need of the hour. Like in the time of low emotions, and especially this time which we all are facing today, it's really important to keep on creating something और दूसरों को इंस्पिरेशन देना. तो आज के हमारे सेशन का भी यही मोटिव था कि हम थोड़ा सा अपनी स्माइल्स आपसे शेयर कर पाएँ और अपना योगदान दे पाएँ, अपनी पॉजिटिविटी स्प्रिंकल कर पाएँ. तो मुझे आशा है कि सब लोगों को ये प्रोग्राम बहुत अच्छा लगा होगा और कुछ ना कुछ आप लोगों ने इससे इंस्पिरेशन ली ही होगी. तो प्लीज़ हमें सिर्फ सुनिएगा मत, इन सब फैक्टर्स को अपनी ज़िंदगी में उतारिएगा अभी, क्योंकि हमने अपना वक्त निकाला है आप लोगों के लिए, स्पेशली इन सब लोगों ने अपना वैल्यूबल टाइम निकाला एंड दे हैव सो मच ऑफ ग्रेट वर्क टू डू, बैक टू बैक सेशंस, एवरीथिंग. So it really means a lot that all you have joined us today, attended the session and shared your knowledge with us, all the audience. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shreya. Thank you for having us over.
Thank you, Shreya.
Thank you, all of you, for being such a lovely audience and connecting with us today. And keep yourself inspired, empowered, stay at home, stay safe, and keep on creating, as I always say. तो अपने घर पे रहिए, स्वस्थ रहिए, मस्त रहिए और व्यस्त रहिए. That's the need of the hour, क्योंकि खाली दिमाग शैतान का घर होता है and you tend to get negative feelings and thoughts. So खाली मत रहिए, अच्छा कुछ करते रहिए, अच्छा सुनते रहिए, और जब भी लो फील हो तो get back to some positive sessions, get back to some positive people, and we are just a call away. So keep on creating something, stay safe. That's all for the day, and till then, just be happy, stay tuned. Thank you so much.
Thank you.